right, welcome back to another video. I'm Trey. Thank you for watching Tuning with Trey. If you have not already liked and subscribed, please do. Make sure to tell a friend, to tell a friend, and tell a friend. And please let me hear from you in the comments if you like the topics I've talked about in the past. I know it's been a minute since I've had a video with you, and today this video is a little bit different, but I wanted to make this very short. I don't want to make this more than 5 minutes. That is my ultimate goal. But I wanted to at least get something out because today is a very important day. It is the 1-year anniversary of my best friend passing away. My sister, my college soulmate, my ace Wambuku. We were literally in the womb at the same time. I'm 1 week older than her. Her name was Aries Allison. This is a picture. I don't know if you guys can see, the glare is a little bit, but that is my friend Aries and me. We met in college in Atlanta. It seems like forever ago when I met her. I'm not gonna cry. But when I met her in college, our freshman year at college, it was spring of 2010, and we slowly clicked. And I slowly got to know all of her beautiful, zany, amazing energy. And I was able to build an amazing sisterhood with her. And we had so many similarities, you know. We're both Geminis, 1 week apart. Both of our moms' names start with A. Both of our moms have the same colorful colorful energy, I would just say it like that. And she is and will forever always be very important to me. And I think I just wanted to make this video very short, like I said, because I don't want to start crying. But this video is about, you know, living with grief. And I think I would love to make a series about the different stages of grief, and, you know, dive into some more research and, you know, give some more things to y'all, because I'm still trying to figure out what I would like to do with my series. I mean, with my YouTube channel. But I think talking about my own personal experiences in life, I think, could be very helpful to folks. And I think grief is something that's in the forefront because I've been watching the Braxtons lately, and one of the sisters tragically passed away a few years ago. And it's been a journey watching these sisters dive into grief years after, and what it's like living with a loved one that's lost. I have lost elders before, but last year, August 31st, I lost my best friend. And then a month later, my nephew, who I cared for, who lived with me, who I was in the delivery room with, who I gave his first bath, who I pretty much was like his grandmother, was found unresponsive, and I was out of town. I was on my way to a vigil for my friend Aries, and I got the news, and I had to come back to Seattle and deal with life and just try to try to make it through life. But feeling like I was in a rat race of just agony and pain and how hard it was. And I'm a little bit in a reflection. I don't want to go deep into it because I think having multiple videos about the different events that happened, I don't want to necessarily say a story time, but I feel like this information can be helpful and useful to other people who are going through deaths with infants, but also losing grown folks around the same time as well too. I think I'm in a reflection this year because I feel like I've lost so much, but I've gained so much in the past year. I've lost so much in the last year between Aries, between baby Arthur, that was his name, my nephew, Arthur. And then later coming out of a relationship and that ending, which it was time for it to end. It should have ended years ago. Should have never started. But when you're in a place of trauma, of self-loathing, of not necessarily feeling good about yourself, when you have not started the process of healing, of going to therapy, unlocking your triggers, taking accountability for poor behaviors that you're doing, taking responsibility for your actions, actually apologizing to the folks that you cause harm to, and actually making changes in your lifestyle so that you don't continue to harm people, you end up in relationships that are not that good for you. So that was my little tangent. But what I'm so blessed for, just in the reflection space, I know I'm all over the place. And it allowed me grace because my head is in a million different places, because I'm thinking about Aries and I'm thinking about Arthur, and then I'm thinking about other people in my community that have lost their babies. And I think the most important thing is when you're grieving with people is acknowledging the pain, acknowledging the hurt, not letting it stifle down, like not letting you just push it down and ignore it, but actually going to go and talk to someone. Therapy really helped me. During the whole entire time between Aries passing and Arthur passing, I wasn't in therapy. I was just kind of going through the motions, going through life. I felt like I was kind of on clouds. I'm in my early 30s. I had never planned a funeral before, never planned a memorial service, never went to a funeral home to ask about cremation services, and I had to do that for a baby. While having conflict in your family and you're just trying to do your fucking best. And I think acknowledging the pain, not letting you push it down, going to go and talk to somebody. Writing has been super therapeutic for me. But also just thinking and cherishing all the memories and the moments I shared with Aries and Arthur, and how blessed I've felt that my friend Aries called me sister, that she loved me, cared for me. We had just went on a trip in May, literally a few months before she had passed, and how much I just appreciated her. So I think between therapy, between writing, like getting it out, between cherishing memories, but also just feeling blessed in the current space that you're in. Yeah, everything may not be right. Life might be going wrong. Your job might suck. Your kids just might be driving you crazy. You might be having to care for sick people. Sorry. But just I'm learning, and I feel like I'm having an epiphany that as I get older, I feel like we have this thing in our culture and our society about aging and us wanting to look young, but also how much of a blessing it is to see another year, because so many of us, so many people that we loved and cared about are not able to see another year with us. So I think realizing the blessings that you have in the current moment, but also making goals for what you would like to do next, and actually getting out there and doing it. I had talked about doing a YouTube channel for so long, and Aries always encouraged me to do it. She always wanted me to do it, but I was so scared. And these are just one of those things that I feel like I'm doing, of carrying out not just her legacy, but the legacy we had with each other. And the same with my nephew, of loving and giving on other people's babies. I'm a director at a youth organization, so I'm with young people all the time. So I think, just to sum up everything, I think therapy is important. Journaling or doing some type of self-care activity that is healing is important. Cherishing the memories and all the days and incredible experiences you had with the loved one that passed away, but making new memories that you can share with them, and you can talk to them and smile up at them and actually, do some of the things that you talked about. I think that's a part of healing. I know this is a little bit down. My energy seems down, but I'm in a reflective period, and I'm just incredibly blessed and incredibly fortunate to be here making a video, sharing my beginning of my process of my grief and what I've gone through. And I might be a little old school. There's just certain things where I'm like, do I just want to share it with just random people? But I think it can really be helpful, and I think it can be insightful for folks who are going through the same things I'm going through, because I'm realizing that while I have seen new babies come into this world, I've also seen deaths. So while we have life, there's still death. And I think while we're living, enjoying living, but also understanding that grief is not always so bad. I think it can be a joyous occasion. And I think it's all about of how you look at it as, but also just acknowledging that it hurts. And there will be better days. I've been there in those days where you're just feeling like this is the worst day ever. Life is just terrible. It's never going to get better, but it does. And I just thank you so much for sitting here watching my little video. Please share what you think about what I spoke about. Can you share similar, do you share similar experiences? Do you have tips on what it's like to deal with grief and how to process that? Would love to hear from you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.